Wow, what a game. Our goddess is back. Minute restriction. And she came out and balled out last night. What a game. Remember, when you come in, please hit that like, share, and subscribe. And let's talk about the game. I'm Biscuit. Welcome to an episode of Gettin Bizzy, Fever Style. Let's get busy. Man, I tell you what, I've seen a lot of ball games in my life, and I've said a million times, I really never really. I'm not gonna say I never watched women's basketball because back when Pat Summitt and Tennessee Lady Vols were at their pinnacle, I remember Teresa Snow. I remember Candace Parker. Remember a lot of those teams that was winning all those championships, and I'll never see anything like this. What's the bad thing about it is I had every intention on going to that game last night. I did. I called my daughter up and because I wanted to take my granddaughter. My granddaughter, she's a very very big Caitlin Clark fan. That's her hero. And but she was staying the night with some of her teammates. She's also on the. Not only does she play basketball, she's also on the cheerleader squad. So she's got a cheerleader practice this morning, and so she decided she's going to stay with her friends, so I didn't want to go alone, but I wanted to take my grand, but I was this close to going and seeing that. That was spectacular. I was watching it here at the house. Just I kind of seen it when it first started, man. I seen the bounce in her step. I thought, man, she's maybe needing this. It's time for her to come out of this slump. And it's not being really a slump. She's been on this minute restriction. She's been saying she feels fine. Turn me loose, turn me loose. Well, she got turned loose sort of tonight. She was still on a minute restriction, but man, did she show up and show out? 45 points, 10 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 2 rebounds. That's box office, man. That's box office. You just cannot put that girl down. I mean, that's fantastic. And there's going to be other olders that are playing against Seattle Storm. You not see that front court. They got 2 girls out there, 19 years old and 20, and they're going to be hell for years to come. Especially that Dominique Malanga. Man, they're tough. Then of course you got Hardman out there. She's been around for a couple years. She's a solid point guard. You got Flose Jordan. I mean, yeah, and man, it just they're going to be a good team. They lost a lot of their games this year. Has been really down the stretch where they blow it. And that's about their youth comes into play there. But man, you better be ready for this team. That's here in about another season or two. That's going to be the best front court in basketball. Almost said football, man. So excuse me. I'm still thinking about my Cowboys. As you see, I got my emblem up there because it is what it is. But yeah, that's going to be a front court. They're going to have to really contest. They're going to be the best, and Indiana's got to deal with that for a couple more seasons. I've been kind of worried here recently, and I'm still worried about it that Caitlin may leave Indiana because well, it came out just here recently that Michael Thompson went on the Jason Whitlock show, and he stated that he looks for Magic Johnson to make a play at Caitlin Clark to get him out to the L.A. Sparks, and it would make sense because growing up being a Magic Johnson fan, I could really see him doing something like that. And with all this minute restrictions and stuff, and them holding Caitlin back all these games, and yeah, I kept saying, man, you just turn her loose. And they wouldn't have had her on a minute restriction last night when she came alive like that. I mean, we're probably talking. She probably could have scored 50 points last night. She probably could have went after Marbrita Mabry's record that she just set this year was kind of being that'd been funnier than hell though. She just set it a few weeks ago. A couple weeks later, Caitlin Clark comes back and gets it, man, with having a back injury and a leg injury. So um, it would have been great, but uh, kudos to Caitlin, kudos to the Fever, and there was a few good things that happened last night. Caitlin obviously was just unreal, just putting up number after number and just shot after. But Kelsey Mitchell, man, really, this is the kind of game I like Kelsey Mitchell playing. I ain't gonna lie. Um, yeah, she got 30 points and nothing else, but what I'm saying is she wasn't doing dribble, shoot, dribble. She wasn't doing all that. She was coming off ball screens, hitting shots. She was doing backdoor cuts. She was in her bag. She was taking her one on ones when they were given to her. She was doing what she should be doing, and that's when Caitlin and Kelsey play like this. There's just, I mean, they combined for 75 points, which never. That's another thing that's never been done. So man, you just gotta, Jesus, fantastic, just fantastic. Um, Malik Billings, I've been uh, really, uh, I've been really on her ass here lately. I've been really hypothetical. I've been really aggressive about her because she's really been getting on my nerves. And she stepped up tonight and played some good basketball. She scored 16 points, coming up with some key defense down the stretch. Because tonight the Fever just played their defense was absolutely awful. Let's just face it, they were awful. Except when it went right down the stretch, when I needed it the most. Monique Billings stepped up. Um, Michaela Timpson. I mean, I'm gonna give her a standing ovation. That was her first start ever, and she almost got a double double. She got like 8 points and 9 rebounds, including 4 offensive rebounds, which is I think the third highest in the. I think it was all in the fourth quarter in Fever history. So I think that's what they were talking about. I got to go back and look at that. I know she did something that was really special. But that the big play was her going after that loose ball, tying it up to get a jump ball to make sure that Indiana keeps that possession. That was huge because down the stretch, because they were like down by what 8 points with 4 minutes to go. I mean, and they really kicked it in, man. So and that's where I don't like to be uh, uh, too hard on Kelsey, but I don't want the ball in her hands down the stretch. I really don't. I've seen it too many times. We've all seen it. She will make a dumb play here, a dumb play there. She will miss shots. She's what you need to keep yourself in the game. But when the game's on the line, man, that ball's got to be in Caitlin's hands. I mean, that's just a fact. It's got to be in her hands. She's 90% from the free throw line. She just hits big shot after big shot. I mean, you can say, oh, she's only like 33% from behind the line, but what is she when the game's on the line? She cashes those shots. And that's what great players do. They become great when it's time to be great. And that's what Caitlin Clark did last night. She was just absolutely in her bag. She was dominant. She just looked like she had to get something off of her. She had to release herself, and it was fun to watch. It was fantastic. So yeah, I enjoyed every minute of that. I'm ready to I hope she has another game like that tonight. Um, but man, so drop some comments in the box. Tell me how you think about that game last night. And I hope we have another a repeat of that because we all needed that. She needed that. The fans needed that. And before you hater and dipshits start coming on my feeds and my posts on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, just stop. Okay, that's a very very good front court that they played. That's a up and coming team. That's a very young team that's going to be very good. They've lost a lot of games down the stretch. They have not been just simply going to go out there and get their ass kicked every night. It just doesn't happen. They play good basketball. They have good players. They're young. So before you start running your mouth, want to talk shit that she did that, you know, it's never been done before. Somebody get 40 points and 10 assists in a WNBA game. That's never been done before. Let alone 45, 10. Let's see what you get: 45 points, 10 rebounds, two steals. I'm sorry, four steals, two blocks, and two rebounds. One more time. Fantastic, fantastic game from Caitlin Clark. Anyway, drop some comments in the box. Tell me how you feel about that game, and do you look for her to do the same thing tonight? Hopefully, I don't know about doing the same thing, but having another great game tonight. And till we talk again, you know what it is. We still them boys, and have a good one.